Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today, bringing you 3 facts that we know so far about Fallout 4. This is following up my video where I told you guys my top 3 hopes for 2015 for Fallout 4, and a lot of you guys came at me with the question of, well, how do we even know it's Fallout 4? So I have 3 facts lined up for you guys about whatever Bethesda Game Studios is working on, and I wanted to go ahead and give them to you as kind of a follow-up video to what I did in the middle of the year, where I talked about what we know so far. So this is kind of catch up some of the new guys coming in. And I also want to give you guys 3 reasons on why I believe it's Fallout 4. Number 1, it's been 10 years since Bethesda Game Studios made a Fallout game. And they spent a lot of money on that license, and I doubt that in 10 years they'd only make 1 game. That would just be a total waste of their money. Number 2, they're not allergic to money. Okay, this game will sell like hotcakes when it's finally released, and they'd be stupid to not make it. And speaking of that, number 3, they value their lives. And that makes me sound like a crazy fanboy, but that's the honest truth, that fans would rip Bethesda apart if this was anything but Fallout 4. They'd be very silly to walk away from the demand of this game, but it's always possible. But I think since they value their company and their lives, that they won't go ahead and walk away from Fallout 4. Now let's get into the facts, starting off with number 3, that it's being play tested. Over the summer, we found out through a Bethesda blog post that they really liked the helpful feedback they got over the years and that they wanted to create new playtesting labs. This was recently inspired by before the release of The Evil Within, and they decided that they wanted to add another playtesting lab in their Maryland headquarters. Now, where else is Bethesda Game Studios located other than Maryland? So that's very exciting to hear that this game is in a playable state. There's a huge difference between developing the world that Bethesda is trying to create and actually playing in it. So knowing that this game's in a playable state is very relieving. It's also worth mentioning that Bethesda is probably trying to get rid of as many bugs as possible which have plagued their games in the past. Maybe trying to relieve themselves of that nickname, who knows. Moving on to fact number 2, full development of this game started in April of 2013. This was revealed through the Bethesda blog post as well, when they said that they were finished working on Skyrim and its DLC and that they were moving on to its next adventure. Now, before you guys get your hopes down because you're thinking that April 3rd, 2013 wasn't that long ago, I have some things to tell you. Number 1 is that there's this thing called pre-production, and that means that a piece of the development team will break off and start working on the next project, so that when the full team comes in, they have a little bit of it done and they can really ramp up the development cycles. Number 2 is that if you look at the development cycles for Bethesda's past few games, the space in between each one for their release years, you'll notice that Bethesda is on track for a 2015 release, so that's relieving in its own right. And finally, at number 1, our final fact of the video is it will be a next-gen only game. And now I do have proof of this, but unfortunately I can't include it in this video because the company who created the interview with Todd Howard has claimed my video, so I had to make another one, which is this video that you're watching now. So what I'm going to have to kindly ask you guys to do is go to the link in the description and watch this brief interview with Todd Howard when he's accepting an award in Germany, and he will speak about how the memory of Next Gen helps out the team at Bethesda and lets them create something truly special. So I do apologize I can't include it in this video, but those, ladies and gentlemen, are 3 facts that you now know about Bethesda's next game, which is presumably Fallout 4. Did I miss anything? Are there more facts? Is there anything else we should be excited about? Be sure to let us Fallout fans know in the comments down below. Be sure to share this with all the Fallout lovers who are just hopping on the hype train. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.